What is happening, guys? It is me again, the Bladed Brony, coming at you today, showing off my Scout knives. Anyone who is ever in the Boy Scouts or the Girl Scouts knows what a Scout knife is. And, well, lately I've been kind of collecting them, trying to find what I can. Because they're a good, vintage thing, Keep in mind, I'm only looking for, older ones. I'm not really looking for these new ones. But you get the point. So I'm here to just show off a couple of, well, the three I have, really. And let's start with one of my, actually let's start with my first one. This is my Richards Sheffield's England, with this plastic scale on here. Metal side on here. I'm not sure if they had a plastic scale there too, a plastic scale on this side too, but maybe they did. This is the one that got me started off in them. And the whole reason I picked this one up for the first time was, honestly, I was sitting in the antique shop talking to the guy, looked over and I saw that beautiful scale right there, and I said, I have to have it. So I paid about $6 for this. It is by far the hardest one to open up. As you can see, it has carbon steel, a nail nick, says Richards Sheffield, England, right here on the tang. It's got the shield. It's got the little lanyard loop, or lanyard hole, but whatever. I don't know what these are actually used for. If anyone knows, please put it down in the comments, tell me what they are. I'd love to hear it. But, it's one of the cheaper ones, because you'll probably notice how it doesn't really bend like it's supposed to anymore. Well, that's because, one little, thing's holding the scale on here kind of broke off, so I gotta keep this tight. Because if I don't do that, the scales will just move with it. Namely because, unlike some other Boy Scout knives where the ring is all the way through it, this one just goes through the handle scales, which is cool because I really don't use this much one anymore. But, it's got the blade. Let's see how long it is. About 2.5 inches. Once again, it's most likely carbon steel, which is why there's so much rust on these things. But I clean these up as much as I can, and that's just, the corrosion, carbon steel will get after a while. It's got, that. God, these things are a pain in my ass to open up. It's got the bottle opener / flathead screwdriver. Those can always come in handy. And the last one. Good God. It's got the can opener. Like I said, you can probably tell these are all a pain in the ass to open up. And I've oiled them up, I've done everything for these things, and this one is still a pain in my ass to open up. So I really don't like to carry it too much because of that. So that's my Sheffield England's, which was made between 1934 and 1982. So, still vintage no matter what year it was made. Now let's go to my second one I got. My Imperial USA Girl Scout knife. I've showed this one off before, so I won't go into too much detail. It's by far the sharpest one I have, and the easiest one to open up. It's the sharpest one I have. In fact, this might actually be the sharpest knife I have in my entire collection of pocket knives, which is cool. It's got the little Cub Scout BSA logo. It's kind of hard to see them. Made in Providence, Rhode Island. It is about 2.5 inch blade. It's got a little, it's got the little lanyard loop, which this one goes all the way through, which is pretty cool. That's my favorite kind right there. As you can see, it is quite small. In fact, it's about the same size as my regular EDC knife, so that's usually why I can carry this. And, besides, just the blade, it's also got an awl. It's a little bit bent up, but it still works. And this one, I've never seen this on a slip joint before. It does actually have, locks on it, which are really cool. It says press there. As you can see, it's not going to go anywhere with the lock engaged. And if you want more safety, you can slide it over just a little bit more, and now it's definitely not going anywhere. That's really cool. Never seen that before. And as when I first showed you this, I told you that this lock on the screwdriver and bottle opener wasn't working. Well, with the help of some oil and some pliers, I finally got it working. So that's pretty cool. I finally got where it needs to be. It's got the bluish, black, and purple scale on this side. There's really not a lot more I can say about it, guys. And once again, this is most likely carbon steel. Once again, I had to clean this one up. I paid about $5 for that one at an antique shop, which is, a pretty cool deal for me. And this one, it's kind of hard to track down, so I don't exactly know what year it was made. But from what I have seen, all I heard was these were really cheap to pick up back in the day, which is really cool considering, this is what cheap knives used to be, and this is way better than almost any cheap knife I've seen nowadays. Just kind of shows you what happens, over the times of their lives. Well, you know what I mean. Cal. Anyone really knows what I mean. I think any knife collector, or really anyone at all, just knows exactly what I'm talking about when I say that. But I'm not going to get into that one. And by the way, it has plastic handles, scales. And here's the last one. I just picked this up a couple of weeks ago. Or maybe it was last week. Who knows. It is a Camp King Hammer brand USA. This is one of my favorites. It's about, let's see, 2.5-inch blade. It's got black plastic scales, which I heard some guy on YouTube say that these are actually bone. I don't remember your name, but buddy, I'm pretty sure these are plastic. Then again, maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? This one was a little hard to figure out at first because usually there's a stamp right here on the blade, but as you can see, the stamp really isn't there. I mean, you can kind of see it. I can make out the H, the guy with the hammer, the word brand, and the word USA. And my guess is why that happened is unlike nowadays where they just laser etch or, kind of paint the logo on there. These ones back in the day, what they would do is they would just have a little metal stamp with the words on it, your little logo, whatever you want to put on there. And they would just put it on top of it, where they wanted to put the logo, and would just whack it with a hammer really hard. So what probably happened here was, well, they just didn't hit it hard enough. That's all I'm guessing. It says Camp King right there on this little scale, which is spelled K-A-M-P dash K-I-N-G. So it's spelled with a K instead of a C. Alright. Like I said, this one's pretty sharp. Not as sharp as this, but, much sharper than this. I actually been carrying this one for a while now because I really do like it. As you can probably guess, it's a slip joint. Made out of carbon steel. Little nail nick right there, of course. It's got the lanyard ring kind of like this one right here, where it's just put through the scales and not through the entire knife. Which is why, it's a little bit, it's a lot floppier than, that is. But, whatever. I still like it. Of course, comes with a blade. Comes with a can opener. That actually says can opener right on there, so I guess you know what you got. Yes. And the part number is 2391732. Alright. Can opener's in really good shape. In fact, all the blades on this one are a lot better shape than either of these two were. Because this one wasn't too bad, but this one when I first got it was in terrible shape. But, clean them up, they're pretty good. Let's get back to this one. Of course, it's got the awl. Once again, now it's covered in rust. Once again, the awl is just a little bit, there's a bit of a bevel right here. But that's fine. It still do its job. And finally, and you've probably seen this one coming from a mile away, the bottle cap opener and screwdriver, tool. So this is, like I said, this is my favorite one so far. got black scales, which I really do like the color black. Once again, it's carbon steel. You can kind of see it right here where the steel is kind of wearing thin and rusting over, but once again, it's fine. So guys, those are my Boy Scout knives. Well, Scout knives, got a Girl Scout knife. And I'm hoping to get more into my collection. Oh, by the way, I only paid $5 for this one too. Antique shops are awesome sometimes. But that's my Scout knives. I hope you like looking at them. If you'd like me to go into a more in-depth review on any of these, let me know. I'll do it. I'll let you get one final look at the knives. And guys, that's about it. That's about all I got for you today. So this has been the Bladed Brony, and I'm signing out. Bye.